What's up, functional bodybuilders? We're talking about the kettlebell clean today. This movement shows up a lot in our functional bodybuilding programs, and the clean itself, taking the bell from below the waist up into the rack position, is such a good setup exercise for doing rack carries, doing front rack squats. You need to know how to get that bell up to your shoulder safely just to set yourself up for other exercises. Plus, it serves as a great training exercise in and of itself. So let me give you a few tips on what I see people doing wrong, ways that you can combat that, and then do this with more efficiency, be able to get heavier bells up onto your shoulders. First and foremost, let's start with hand placement and grip. I see a lot of people coaching, hey, you got to hold it to one side versus the other. I think that's extra and that's not necessary. Just grab the bell right in the middle, okay? After you've done countless reps of this, you may find that you like it a little bit to the side. If there's a side to pick, it's probably thumb side for most people. Second thing, the kettlebell clean and really all kettlebell exercises that involve a hip hinge rely on a very, very confident and powerful swing from the hips. The clean is no different. If you don't have great hinging mechanics at the hip, as you just see there, where I'm really putting power into the kettlebell or creating lift on the kettlebell from my lower body, then you're gonna have a hard time with the kettlebell clean or the snatch. You're gonna end up using too much of your arm, and when you use too much of your arm, it's inefficient, plus that's when you get that banging of the kettlebell on your wrist, which is no fun for anybody learning these exercises. So practice making sure that you have good single arm swing. And then one tip that's gonna help with the clean and the swing is you see at the bottom, I'm turning my wrist in towards me. My thumb is kind of right between my thighs. That's a good tip. That's gonna help keep your shoulder in a position where when you go to extend, your shoulder pulls back, and that is actually gonna turn into a rotation of the kettlebell into the proper position for the clean. Now, as we jump from the hip hinge and just that single arm swing into a clean, there's a big, big difference there, okay? We're gonna keep that hinge really powerful, but instead of letting the bell come out, you see this gap between my elbow, my arm, and my body. Instead of letting it come out, I am going to keep that pinned to my body, my arm pinned to my body, and that is gonna help guide the kettlebell right into my rack position. So that's the key difference. Instead of letting the arm release from the body, it's keep it close to the body. I'll demonstrate. So I got a swing, arm is releasing, and then a clean. Notice that this portion right on my ribs, it never left. Back in and up. Back in and up. Thumb in and up. Okay? Now the last point here is the rack position. If you know where you're gonna finish, this position with wrist straight, forearm, arm connected to the ribs, thumb towards the chest, you are set. All you gotta do is send it between the legs, keep it close. Send it between the legs, keep it close. If you think that this is a good rack position, out here, boom, elbow pain, wrist slapping, all of that business. The last thing that people get into trouble with is I get that wrist bang, they go too far out, come back in, boom. So they don't keep the arm connected the whole time like this. They let it fly out and then they come back in. So I hope that helps with your kettlebell clean. Those are a couple key points, coach breakdowns. If you've got questions, drop them in the comments below. Better kettlebell cleans so that you can do everything better from cleans to front rack squats to carries. Make sure it looks right.